Hi, this is Glenda Cedarleaf, and I invite you on this journey into sleep. As we enter into that timeless place where thoughts of both the past and the future begin to dissolve into an awareness of simply resting and being. I'll be guiding you through a body relaxation and then into the comfort of a lovely healing place, calming the nervous system as we move from the thoughts and feelings of the day and into the realm of restorative, peaceful rest. In this journey, the inspiration for our healing place is adapted from two classic children's stories. So as the beautiful description of this healing place unfolds, your mind is free to continue to simply be lulled to sleep. So let's begin. Breathing in the sweet air of this next breath. And then breathing out all that no longer supports you and letting go into sleep. Continue to take in 5 deep breaths, and each time releasing and feeling your body gently letting go into stillness, beginning now. And imagining breathing in the fragrance of your favorite scent, a calming scent that wafts through the air, or perhaps lightly dusting your pillow. And each time you breathe in this fragrance, your body releases deeper and deeper into this place of flowing, surrendering, resting, being at peace. And imagining now a healing light shining down from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, healing and soothing every cell, every organ, every inch of your body, allowing the healing light to soothe and relax you. And in this place of timelessness, you're surrounded by the softness of your sheets and blanket. And the temperature is just right. And you are surrounded with comfort, resting in the healing night in your own cocoon of safety and protection. And imagining now a movie screen on the inside of your forehead. And on this screen, you see an image of soft white curtains moving and flowing in the breeze. And this gentle breeze flows across your face, and the sweet air fills your senses with a feeling of soft comfort. And now you see on this screen, or simply sense, your favorite soft colors: pale blue or peach, or perhaps a gentle yellow, a creamy white. Just sensing these colors as you drift deeper and deeper into this place of just being, and opening to deep and restful sleep. The peaceful wave of calm taking you into the healing night, where the moon and the stars shine over you with love, and you are safe and surrounded in a peaceful, gentle, lovely rest. And as you drift deeper and deeper into sleep, I'll tell you the story of the Enchanted Castle and the secret garden. And when my voice ends, the music will continue as you move deeper and deeper into dream time. But for now, we begin the story that takes you to your healing place. Once upon a time, a little girl named Claire decided to go on a journey to find an enchanted castle. And she found herself walking down a pathway, and before she knew it, she entered a very narrow passage. This passage ended in a round arch, all fringed with ferns and vines. And on the other side of the arch was a deep, narrow gully whose banks were covered in moss. And because Claire loved the smell of moss, she stopped to breathe in the earthy fragrance. And this fragrance felt calming and satisfying to her. And then she looked up and saw trees growing on the top of the bank, arched across, and the sunlight came through in changing patches of brightness, turning the gully to a roofed corridor of goldy green. The path, which was of greeny-gray flagstones, where heaps of leaves had drifted, sloped steeply down. And at the end of it was another round arch, quite dark inside, above which were rose rocks and grass and bushes. In a very short time, she found herself in a scene so like a picture out of a book that it took her breath away, for she was now entering into the presence of the Enchanted Castle. A short avenue of cypresses led, widening as it went, to a marble terrace that lay broad and white in the sunlight. Immediately below was a lake with swans and an island and weeping willows. Beyond it were green slopes dotted with groves of trees. And amid the trees gleamed the white limbs of statues. Against a little hill to the left was a round white building with pillars. And to the right, a waterfall came tumbling down among mossy stones to splash into the lake. Steps fed from the terrace to the water, and other steps to the green lawns beside it. Away across the grassy slopes, deer were feeding. And in the distance, where the groves of trees thickened into what looked almost a forest, were enormous shapes of gray stone. And then, just behind the Enchanted Castle, is where Claire found the secret garden. The wind itself had ceased, and a brilliant, deep blue sky arched high over the moorland. Never had Claire dreamed of a sky so blue. This was of a deep, cool blue, which almost seemed to sparkle like the waters of some lovely, bottomless lake. And here and there, high in the arched blueness, floated small clouds of snow-white fleece. The far-reaching world of the moor itself looked softly blue. Now that Claire knew the location of the castle and the garden, she could go there whenever she chose, either in her dreams or on her own journey. The next day, she wakened early with delighted anticipation. The sky was blue again, and the sun was pouring in slanting rays through the blinds. And there was something so joyous in the sight of it, and a great waft of fresh, scented air blew in upon her. The moor was blue, and the whole world looked as if something magic had happened to it. There were tender little fluting sounds here and there, and everywhere, as if scores of birds were beginning to tune up for a concert. Claire heard the lovely sounds. She put her hand out of the window and held it in the sun. Then she kneeled down and leaned out of the window as far as she could, breathing in big breaths and sniffing the air until she laughed. It must be very early. The little clouds are all pink, and I've never seen the sky look like this. In no time, she was out the door, stepping down the path, out behind the castle, and in to explore the secret garden. She liked to call it the secret garden, and liked even more the feeling that when its beautiful old walls shut her in, no one knew where she was. It seemed almost like being shut out of the world in some fairy place. The few books she had read and liked had been fairy story books, and she had read of secret gardens and some of the stories. Sometimes people went to sleep in them for 100 years. Being in the garden helped her love being out of doors. And she discovered that in the garden there was always something new happening, and this was like magic to her. At first it seemed that green things would never cease pushing their way through the earth, in the grass, in the beds, even in the crevices of the walls. Then the green things began to show buds, and the buds began to unfurl and show color, every shade of blue and every shade of purple, every tint and hue of crimson. In its happy days, flowers had been tucked away into every inch and hole and corner. Iris and white lilies rose out of the grass in sheaves, and the green alcoves filled themselves with amazing armies of the blue and white flower lances, of tall delphiniums and columbines. It seemed that as the plants grew, that fairies had tended them. Satiny poppies of all tints danced in the breeze by the score. And the roses, oh, the roses rising out of the grass, tangled round the sundial, wreathing the tree trunks and hanging from their branches, climbing up the walls and spreading over them with long garlands falling in cascades. Fair, fresh leaves and buds, tiny at first but swelling and working magic until they burst and uncurled into cups of scent, delicately spilling themselves over their brims and filling the garden air. And the secret garden bloomed and bloomed, and every morning revealed new miracles. And the garden continued to flourish into the happily ever after. And Claire lay down in the garden to rest for a sweet and calming nap. And soon a soft periwinkle pillow magically appeared to support her head. The temperature was just right, and the place where she rested was cozy. A soothing scent flowed across her face, and her body felt cradled by the sweet grass. So she took a few moments to review all that had unfolded for her, once again immersing into the savoring of the beauty of the castle and the garden, the sky and her favorite flowers. Eventually, her breathing began to deepen. Her legs felt like they were sinking into the ground, and her arms felt heavy. She noticed the soft darkness behind her eyelids. She became aware of a warm, healing light surrounding her and filling her. She felt totally protected and safe. And she knew that there was nothing else to do but slowly settle into her place of dream time. And she could feel the outside world fade as she drifted off for a sweet and calming nap. Just as you now can continue to settle into your peaceful night's rest, dreaming of gardens and castles and the comforting images that carry you through the healing night, safe and calm and at peace. Sweet dreams.